Mike Higgs here with Kenda Tire. We're out here, King of the Hammers, taking a look at our Kenda K5. This started life as a 1991 GMC Jimmy sport wagon. We chose this platform because it was kind of unique. It's easy to build a lot of other accessible vehicles, but we wanted to go with something that was a little bit different. My wife actually found this truck out in South Lake Tahoe and bought it for me as a birthday present. And I knew Kenda needed to have some kind of a unique display vehicle, something that we could give customer experiences in, something that we could use to lead the trail ride portion of Light Truck Boot Camp, something that kind of spoke to the fact that we're into this, that not only do we make the tires, but we try to live the lifestyle and do those things that we preach about when we say our tires will get you here, enable you to do this. Like I said, it started out as a 1991 GMC Jimmy. Our association with Dan Vandenheuvel and Flying Dutchman Off-Road really kind of led to where the build went to, the direction that it took. It ended up being a lot more race truck than demonstration truck or fun truck. It is all chromoly 2-inch tube above the stock frame rails. It's got an engine cage and a rear cage, 3 seats, runs a GM LS 430 horse, 6.2 liter all aluminum V8, running through a GM 4L80 non-electronic reverse valve body, manually shifted 4-speed in a Reid case. That was built by Charlie McCormick at ATD Transmissions. So Dan Vandenheuvel's son, Mikey Vandenheuvel, who runs and owns Flying Dutchman Off-Road. Mikey builds Pro 2s, Pro Lights, and has built a lot of really competitive products. So, you know, once you bring a project to somebody like that, it goes in a direction that you can imagine. So this, like I said, ended up a lot more race truck than anything else. We went overboard on the build as far as safety goes because we're taking customers for rides. So we wanted to make sure that the cage and everything else was as structurally sound and as well engineered as possible, and that it was made out of something really, really strong. And 4130 chromoly is a really, really strong type of tubing that is used primarily for race vehicles. We wanted to make sure that this thing would last for whatever we put it through, that we didn't have to worry about it breaking down. Behemoth Drivetrain provided the underdrive and the transfer case. They're all encased in billet aluminum housings. The guts of the T-case are new Processes 205, but a little bit different gear set in there to provide lower gears. The underdrive, it's a 2-speed underdrive right behind the transmission, so that gives us a high and low range, so that when we're out in the desert we can run fast, or if we're in the rocks we can go rock crawling. The truck was designed with a lot of purposes in mind, whether it's the tent up top, so we can speak to the overland community, or if we take the fiberglass off, it looks more like a rock buggy, or if we leave it like this, it's kind of a pre-runner. So we covered a lot of different facets with that. We got a GM corporate 14-bolt rear axle that's all trussed up with a bunch of Artec trusses, and it's a Dana 60 front. It's got a Detroit locker in the back and an Eaton E-Tech front locking differential. It's an electronically actuated locking differential. Reid again provided the knuckles and inner C's for the Dana 60. We got PSI steering, full hydraulic, 2.5-inch steering on there. Our good friends over at Bistein provided us with the coilover and external bypass shocks, front and back. It cycles about 18 inches of travel in the rear and 16 in the front. Fuel safe, good partners, industry partners of ours, provided the 50-gallon fuel cell in the back. Dual fuel pumps from Aeromotive. CBR Radiators provided the radiator, the engine oil cooler, and the transmission cooler. And then Holly stepped up with all of the plumbing from Earl's, as well as the mid-mount kit for the engine, because we've got that tucked inside the engine cage up front. Can't forget Corbeau seats. Corbeau seats and harnesses for safety and comfort here in the K5. And we we're really concerned about running out here at night, or anywhere at night for that matter, so we made sure that we partnered with who we felt were the best in the industry, and that's Baja Design. Their lighting products are exceptional, and we've got the entire gambit of their products, from the chase light to the LP9s on the front to the light bar up top, rock lights, side lights. This thing's got lights, looks like a Christmas tree. The wrap. So we've got a simulated carbon fiber wrap on here, provided by Victory Sign in Wisconsin, Abrams, Wisconsin. These are the guys that wrap most of our sponsored race drivers' vehicles. We tried to utilize as many partnerships as we could that mimic what our sponsored drivers are running. Raceline provides all of the wheels for all of the trucks at Light Truck Boot Camp, as well as our guide vehicles and the Kenda K5 here. We're running their 17-inch Avenger beadlocks on our new 37-12-50-17 Klever MT2 with red letters. The red letters are a call out again to our racing. The sizes, for the most part, mimic the sizes that we run in short course and in the desert. So 37-12-50-17, 35-12-50-17, and 265-75-16. But it's also available in 35 and 37 and 20-inch. For those enthusiasts who like a larger diameter wheel. We put a lot of thought into the red letters. We didn't want them ending up any other color than red, even after years of exposure to the sun. So we had a number of different compounds of red that we had out exposed to the elements for a couple of years prior to us landing on the one that was actually going to end up being the best. It's a nice little call out, very unique. Complements a lot of different vehicles for a lot of different reasons. Our great friends at 88 Tents and Canopies and Free Spirit Recreation provided us with the necessary equipment to make this look like an overlanding vehicle. We've got a Free Spirit Recreation tent on the top and an ADA 270-degree canopy, which is really a great kit for those situations where we find ourselves in need of some recovery. Our partners at Warren got us covered with a Xenon 12,000-pound winch with the synthetic rope and an accompanying cadre of Factor 55 equipment to make sure that we've got soft shackles, winch hooks, as well as clevises. So the K5 is a pretty open air vehicle, and we do need to stay in communication with everybody outside the vehicle. So we called on Rugged Radios to provide external communications, VHF communications, as well as intercom system for the 3 seats inside the K5. That way, when we are down the trail or blasting across the desert, we're able to hear each other and carry on a conversation when we're not yelling at each other. We love their equipment, easy to use, has lasted for several years under very harsh conditions. Sadly, the lifespan of the K5 as far as a display vehicle for Kenda has kind of reached the end. We're gonna bid farewell to this truck. We've got a lot of miles and a lot of footage and a lot of fun out of it. We're embarking on a new build that we can't really talk about, but stay tuned. It's gonna be a good one. A little bit more contemporary, maybe not as unique, maybe not as go fast, but it's definitely going to be as radical. So if anybody out there is interested, this thing's for sale. This is such a unique event. We love being out here. We've got 3 great teams racing for us on the exact same product that you can walk into any tire store and buy. We've got Greg Neff in the 4800 class running the 37 MT. We've got Ryan Webb, and we've got Alex Fleming in the 4600 class. All of them are running our Kenda Klever MT2. We couldn't be happier with the results that these guys have provided us. Again, proving that podium to pavement is not just a thing we say, it's a thing we live. And like I mentioned, these are the exact same products that you can walk into any tire store and buy. These aren't race-only tires. These are consumer products that we're out here racing, proving the durability and the performance and the value of Kenda products. Got to say goodbye to the Kenda K5. It's been an awesome vehicle for us. We've had tons of adventures, done tons of great things in it, and it could be someone else's new adventure. So if you're interested, hit us up in the comments. And if you're interested in the Kenda products, please visit kendatire.com. Check out our dealer locator to find a retailer near you where you can pick up our products. I'm Mike Higgs with Kenda Tire, and we'll see you next time.